Well, howdy do. So, John Starodumsky sent me this beer, Westbrook Brewing, Shane's Big DIPA, 9%, 80 IBUs. Although the website says 9. The website says 9.6, bottle says 9. And as I was doing the video for this beer, I was thinking to myself, it felt like there were some similarities between that and my Piney River Mule Team Double IPA. The born on date, or the bottled on date, is 3/31/15 on the Goza, so it's about, what, 5 to 6 weeks old, while my Mule Team was 3/9, so I'm just a tad over 3 months. I know the fresh police are going to come get me. You better go 3 months, man. How can you do that? It's an IPA, man. Trying to make these hardcore fresh police understand the science of an IPA is like talking science to fundamentalist creationists. They just can't get it through their heads. But anyway, before you all start getting mad at me, yes, I am a Christian. I am wearing a cross. I am just one that has some reason and common sense. But there you go. Yeah, I was noticing some similarities between the two beers. I said the color, and I am right. Those colors are eerily similar, are they not? They're both kind of a cloudy copper, although the Piney may be a tad bit darker. They're very close. The heads are almost identical as well. And aromas are eerily similar. Yeah, usually when I do this, I think there's similarities. But when I actually get them side by side, then I see how much they're different. But this time I'm really seeing some serious similarities. The nose on the Westbrook is slightly sweeter, although there is some huge sweet malt on the nose of the Piney as well, which is kind of why I first thought about the comparison. Nose is very similar. The nose may be slightly sharper on the Piney. Big malt initially, a slight tinge of honey sweetness in the malt. And then I'm hit by the onslaught of hops. And on the Westbrook, very similar. Sweetness is slightly different, though. It feels like more of a kind of in a very slight amount anyway, more like a dark, deep molasses brown sugar, while the Piney feels more like a little bit of honey. Although the hop bites on both are very similar. I'm going to say that the Piney finish is slightly drier. Let me take a drink here to make sure. Very slightly, yeah. And now that I've tasted them both side by side here, hold on a second. And it could be because the Piney may be slightly colder. Right now I'm feeling the Piney slightly sharper in the finish and just a tad drier. But this one does finish as somewhat dry and clean as well. They're both nice. They both have big malt bodies. The bodies are very similar on both. Even I don't know what particular hops are used in both, but they feel very similar. Both are great, but there is enough differences between the two where they're not going to be, you couldn't say, well, if you had one, you've had the other. Now there are some differences, but there are a lot of similarities as well. It seems like in today's double IPA world, everything has gotten extremely light-bodied. A lot of citrus, a lot of tropical fruit notes. We're using mostly Citra and Mosaic and those type of hops that are making IPAs very fruity. I'm very glad to be drinking two that almost feel like, old school IPAs where they're big and malty as well as big and hoppy. They have more balance. Both have more balance than the current crop of double IPAs, and both are extremely enjoyable. So there you go. I'm Tony the Beer Whisperer. I'll see you later.